Welcome to our Devos. We are talking this week about the mindset of Christ with regard to our relationships, with regard to how we connect one with another. Not just romantic relationships, not just that, but even in how we handle the complex, meaningful relationships in our lives. And today, I want to kind of introduce you to this idea of the fact that healthy relationships require daily self-denial, not occasional sacrifice. Daily self-denial, not occasional sacrifice. So I'll give you just a quick story. When I was a kid, I remember there were 3 vacations that I remember. We didn't go on vacation, but I remember there were 3 that we went on. 2 of them were to Lake Erie over a long weekend. My dad took us, and I remember how excited I was, and they were few and far between. I was so excited to be there. But the big one happened whenever I was 3 years old. And the reason I remember it was 3 years old is because my dad talked about it for most of my life. And he took us to Disneyland, not Disney World, but Disneyland in California. We had a relative there. We stopped to see her, and we ended up going to Disneyland. My parents had come into some money, and it's a long story, but we took a huge trip. Well, I was 3, okay? So I don't remember it. I just remember talking about it. And I remember every year after, my dad would talk about, oh, yeah, remember I took you on that trip? Remember that you went on that trip? Hey, I took you on that one trip. Hey, do you remember I took you on that trip? And I didn't. And it was amazing because I would be in school. I remember this in high school and even in grade school. And I remember people saying, well, what trips have you been on? I'm like, well, I went to Disney. And they said, well, what did you like about that? And I said, I don't remember. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, closer towards the end of my dad's life, we started talking, and he said, how do you remember that trip? And I said, I didn't. I didn't remember. I said, I remember more the little things that we would do, like if they would watch a movie and I could watch with them, or I remembered sometimes like I would stay up late and watch Nick at Night on television. It was these little things that I remembered with fondness of the times that I did spend with my dad. And it wasn't that big thing. And so this is a real long way for me to get to this idea that a lot of times what we think in our relationships is we want to have this grand gesture of either some sort of amazing gift we give somebody, something great we do for them, something amazing that we say, but the decent, loving, caring relationships that are remembered on the little daily sacrificial things. Not occasional things, but little daily things. Letting your spouse sit in the comfortable chair. Letting your son take the last piece of cake when you didn't get cake. Letting your mom go first in line. Whatever it is. It's these little things. It's a character of self-denial. And one of the things we miss is we think that relationships have to have these big gestures, when in reality, they just need selfless, self-denying activities on a regular basis. In Luke chapter 9, verse 23, Jesus describes the characteristics of a disciple. And he says, if anybody would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. This daily, this ongoing, on the regular, was not just, hey, make sure you do one amazing thing in front of all of the Jewish people here, or in front of all the other disciples. No, he says, if you would follow me, I would have you on a daily basis deny yourself. And you have no idea how far this goes in relationships. You have no idea, because we're losing it. We lose sight of that self-sacrificial mindset. So think about, what on a regular basis can I do? Not the special, I'm going to take you to Hawaii, but maybe I'll let you go to bed early while I do the laundry. Maybe I know it's not my turn to put the dishes away, but maybe I'll have those done for you before you get up for work, whatever. Think about that and look at how much more Christ-like that is than those flashy, do it in front of everyone, big moments of expression. Those little things are the things that people remember most.